All right, everybody, we finished step 7, which was kind of complicated. Now we're going to try step 8, which looks kind of complicated as well. So step 8 is going to have us basically assembling the camshaft. Now what it's saying is we have to have all these little pieces out, line them up in a certain order. See, they're labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then put them on a metal shaft. So let me get those parts out now. First of all, you're going to find those parts in this bag with the LED lights. And I've taken them out, I think all of them right now. If not, I have more to take off. Yeah, there's 2 more I need. And here's one of them. And hopefully I can find the other. That is all of them. So I'm going to close this bag up. Now what it's telling you to do is it's saying there's ridges on these, which I believe are these little tiny marks you can see. Not the cam lobe, but the little ridge. It's saying to line those up and put them in alphabetical order. So I need to find A first. And this one looks like it's A. So now I need to find the B. That's not B. And here is B. Now it looks like the ridges are supposed to be lined up, so hopefully you guys can see that the ridges are lined up. So I'm going to put those 2 together, A and B. Now I need to find C and D. There's D. And there's C, and again, the ridges facing each other. So you definitely don't want to be disturbed when doing this, right? So then there's E and F next. There's F. And there's E, so I have E and F with the ridges facing each other. A, B, C, D, E, F, and then it should be G and H. So this one is G, and this one is H. So you might want to just double check them. I know I'm going to make sure I put them in the right order. There's A, there's B, C, and D. E and F, I believe. Yes. And then G and H. Hard to see the lettering on these. So they're in order. It also says on the instructions to use the long shaft. So there's 2 shafts in this little piece of cardboard. And this one is the longer one. And if you look at this shaft, it has a flat side to it. So I guess that's the whole idea, because these little lobes have holes in them, but they also have flat spots. I don't know if you can see that there. So now I want to start putting these together. So I am going to put, I think what I'm going to do is put these 2 first on this side. And basically you got to just keep spinning till it fits easily. All right. So there's C and D, and this should be B. And then this should be A. So far so good. And now I can put these on this side. This should be E and F, and then I should have G right here, which I do, and H. I want to show this to, oops, see, it's not quite fitting in, so unless it fits in nice and easy, then that can't be the way. Okay, this must be the way. And I want to show you again on this picture. Notice that those little ridges are facing each other. They may not be perfectly lined up, but they're facing each other. So now we have to drop this into our engine. So I'm going to bring the engine over here. Remember, this is the front of our engine. We have the wider part of the cylinder head and only 3 pins in the front. The extra pins are in the back, and this is where the snout is, so that all looks properly. Now, this is what's interesting. What's kind of confusing is, according to these directions, the higher letter ones are going to go towards the front of the engine. So basically, I'm going to put it in just like this, because G and H are down here where I'm holding it. So according to this, that's how you drop it in there. So you can see the spaces for them actually. Once you start doing it, you can actually see there's certain ridges that they're going to fit in, and there's certain ridges they won't. And unless you do it the right way, I think, oh, this shaft is bent too. That's no good. Try to bend it back a little bit. Might want to check that ahead of time, right? I did not bend it. It came that way. All right. Okay. So that's basically how it fits. So at this end, which we would call, nope, I did it wrong. Aha. You caught me, didn't you? Right. So I'm going to actually make it look like the directions. So now we're facing the back because it's showing the front facing this way. So I have this the exact same way. So G and H, which are here, are going to go towards the front. So it should be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and this is the front right here. Okay? So the G and H is at the front. I don't know why it's like that, but that's why it's like that. It's also still bent a little bit, and I don't love that. I think I'm going to try to rebend this just a little bit. Might want to check that before you put the lobes on there, right? Okay, so that's in there. So again, at the front, I should have, man, it's hard to see, but at the front, I should have G and H, and yes, I do. When I say the front of the front, I mean literally the front of the engine. Whichever way I have the engine facing, it doesn't matter. This is the front, okay? At least I hope, unless they change something on this, who knows. Okay, so now that we have this on, and it's in there, there is a piece we have to put on top, and I really think we should do that right away because you could see how easily this thing could fall apart. So again, I have the back facing towards you, the front facing the other way, and then you have this piece, which is step 9, installing the upper cylinder head on top of the lower cylinder head. And it's interesting, it says there's only 5 screws. Why only 5? Oh, 6 screws, excuse me, 6 screws. So, and it looks like you fit it in like this. So there's going to be room for this next shaft up here eventually. All right. So I'm going to put this on top. Now I've held my camshaft in. Well, it's going to be held in once I tighten it down. 6 screws, and I need my screwdriver. There's 3. There's 6. And again, I like to close up this bag if at all possible, just to keep everything nice and organized. And now I am going to tighten these screws, put them in place and tighten them. So it looks like these screws go on the outside, which isn't too bad. And since this is a magnetic screwdriver, I should be able to drop them in there and start them off, but I'm not going to tighten them till I get all the screws in. And I think I've said this before, even in the real world of automotive, when you put something on, you get all the screws in, then you tighten it. Don't tighten one screw in when the others haven't even gone in yet. Get them all in, get them going a few turns, and then you can start tightening stuff. Otherwise, it probably won't line up. Or you could strip something or whatever. So, let's see here. Every now and then I have one of these that's kind of hard to fit. So I'm going to do like I do in the real world. I'm going to start by tightening the middle first. So I'm going to tighten the other side. And it feels like it's tight, but I want to tighten down some more, so you got to just be careful with that.